Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode. Today we are trying out two different things that are kind of in a war with each other, if you will, on which one is better, at least in the burger realm. And that is the Beyond Burger and the Impossible Burger. Now, technically, I've had both Beyond Meat and Impossible Meat before. I've had the Impossible Burger, but I've only had like Beyond Meat. So today we are putting it to the test, and I will give you my honest opinion on which one is better. I actually let these sit and thaw because, as you can see, they're already in their patty forms. When I went to the store, I didn't see them as the ground meat, so I didn't really have a choice. But these are not seasoned, and I am not about to eat a bland plant burger because then it really is going to taste like plants. Alright, you guys, so here we are about to season them. I just want to point out that already, to me personally, this looks more like a meat patty than the Beyond, even though you do see like a couple of white, it's hard to see on this side, white chunks inside of it. You see it more in here. This just looks like looks a lot grittier. This one like smells already. I took off accidentally a first layer of plastic, but not the whole thing, and I can already smell it. To me, it smells like cat food, which kind of puts me off. So the smell of the Impossible is actually a little less potent than on the Beyond. Hopefully I season them about the same amount. I'm just gonna do a little black pepper, cover the top, sprinkle a little bit of that. I'm going to mix that together. This feels horrible. Oh my gosh, you guys. I did not like dealing with meat before going plant-based, and I don't like dealing with this imitation meat either. Like, it's disgusting to me. Now let's do the same thing with the Beyond. Cracked. Also, the instructions do not say to add oil to the pan, just so you guys know. Cover it with tire seasoning, coffee rub. Let's mix it all together. This feels even worse, honestly. Okay, so here we are at the stove. Beyond. So while the Beyond is cooking, you guys, I just want to let you know a couple pieces of information about it. The Beyond Burger is 35% less saturated fat than a 4-ounce patty of 80/20 ground beef. One serving is 20 grams of plant protein. There is no soy, no gluten. It is non-GMO, kosher, and vegan. Although I believe at a certain point, Beyond did have to test on animals to get a certain ingredient or ingredients approved, but of course now they don't use them. It is 230 calories per patty. Okay, and the instructions say to cook each side for 4 minutes on medium to high heat. You could do this on a grill or on a pan. The Impossible Whopper, or the Impossible Patty, that I've already looked at the instructions, it actually takes half the time, so I'm not gonna add it until one side of the Beyond is done cooking. And flip that, the Impossible. I like the fact that this Impossible takes less time, even though it's only an extra 4 minutes total. I mean, when you're really hungry, that's an extra 4 minutes total. Time to flip the Impossible Whopper. Ooh, it's weird. It's not as solidified as the Beyond. I almost don't want to flip it. I'm gonna do it though. Following instructions. The Beyond Burger is done, and technically the Impossible. I'm gonna let it cook though. I don't like this stuff that's coming off. For the Impossible Whopper, it is 19 grams of protein per serving. There are no animal hormones or antibiotics. It is 0 milligrams of cholesterol, and it is 14 grams of total fat per serving. It is certified gluten-free. And this one, unlike Beyond, does actually contain soy, and it is 240 calories per patty. I'm gonna take this off now. Okay, you guys, so here is the Beyond. Actually, it looks more presentable and done well than the Impossible. I don't know if that's a fault of mine or not, but I just want you to get a look at them. Like the Impossible looks like it still needs a little bit more cooking time, but as you can see, like they said, you know, it's still a little pink even after it's done cooking. All right, let's go ahead and dress these lovely babies. Mayo on the bread, which I also toasted the bread on the stove just a little bit. Here is the Beyond to my right and the Impossible to my left. Since I don't have regular cheese at the moment, we are using shredded cheese. Got this one pickle, just split it in half. Shredded lettuce as well. And now ketchup. That ought to be enough. That ought to be enough. Okay. Boom. They both look equally as good. So now here comes the important part. Tasting it. I'm excited. All right, let's start with the Beyond. Oh, you know what? I think I want to cut it down the middle so we can really see what it's talking about. Looks nice and meaty, right? This is good. Let me take another bite before I speak. This tastes really good, you guys. It tastes amazing. I feel like I can tell maybe like a tiny bit that's not a burger, but not too much. And I think that has to do with the fact that I seasoned it pretty well, you know. So kudos to me, eh? It definitely has a meaty texture. This is good. I'm gonna cleanse my palate, then try. Impossible. The Impossible Whopper. It looks a little less done on the inside than the Beyond does, which makes it look a little less appetizing, if I'm being completely honest. Beyond Impossible. So I'm wondering if I could have still cooked it even a little longer, because I cooked it for probably like 3 minutes on each side. Let me try another bite. This is good, but if I'm being completely honest, which I'm quite surprised, kind of liking the Beyond better. And I feel like that's probably just because of like the cooking of the Impossible. You know, I tried to follow the instructions that said cook for 2 minutes on each side, but it didn't look good, so I kept cooking it for an extra minute. But it still seems like it should have cooked longer. So the flavors in this are good. It's the texture a little bit that's getting me, which is weird because I've had the Impossible Whopper at Burger King and it's nothing like this. So I guess I have to perfect cooking this, and then maybe I can come back and let you guys know. But I can say I'm more impressed by the Beyond than I am the Impossible off of first attempt of cooking. But it's still really good. Very meaty as well. To my surprise, I'm gonna have to give this to Beyond. It cooked well on the Impossible Burger. It was a little more flimsy, which is why, you know, I cooked it longer because I was like, this is too flimsy. But you know, both of them taste really good. Both of them taste meaty. They are delicious, but I am liking the texture a little bit more on the Beyond. So I'm just coming back really quick to show you guys. I don't know what happened second time around. The Impossible has cooked much better. This is it right here. I'm like, look at this. That looks way better than before on my first try. Don't listen to them when they say cook it for 2 minutes. Also, the difference between these this time is I actually use liquid smoke on both sides of them to help cook, have that more grilled effect. So you might want to consider using this. I will be re-tasting both of them, even though this is my husband's. It's kind of late, you guys, but I just want to let you know that I tasted my husband's Impossible Burger, and yes,
It was actually better. So impossible wins.